From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Ants Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Well, happy Friday afternoon to you all. The weekend is almost here, just another half day to get through, and then the weekend will be here. All right, so here's the deal. Here's what we got going on. Cooler temperatures sticking around, and they're not going to be warming up a whole lot over the weekend, but a slightly warmer beginning of next week, but still below normal for this time of the year. And cold overnight lows. Be prepared for those cold overnight lows because we're dropping down even into the 30s and some low 40s eventually for the valley. Gusty north winds this weekend, unfortunately, that's going to increase that fire danger. We're going to get into all of that. But rain doesn't look like it'll be here until really closer to the end of next week. So all in all, we just have a lot to kind of talk about, but we'll kind of really get this going here for you. So here you have what's happening is we've got this little trough of low pressure, which is going to kind of move down to the south and east. This will help to elevate the winds. And when you have a dry north wind, it can really dry things out. Now you can see here the fire outlook for tomorrow. There it is, the elevated fire danger. Why? Because of course the winds that we're talking about here over the weekend and the dry conditions. So as a result, the National Weather Service has issued a fire weather watch for Saturday and Sunday. Again, because of the gusty winds and as a result, because of the dry conditions. So there's the wind advisory that we have for the valley and the surrounding foothills also for Saturday and Sunday. So let's take a look at the combination of the winds, which are the numbers here. Those are the winds, okay? And you can kind of see the dry air. So very dry. When you start getting to the greens, that just means it's more saturated and the fire danger won't be as high. So where do we usually have that saturation? Yeah, along the coast typically, right? So let's take a look at the winds combined with the humidity, and we're going to take you into Saturday morning. Now notice the winds. They are gusting upwards of 20 to close to 30 miles per hour. Now, I'm expecting the highest fire danger to be in the foothills, the north and west side of the valley. Not as bad for places like Chico, but the winds will still be gusty there at times as well. That's Saturday morning. That's tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Let's take you around the noon hour into the afternoon. Notice the winds are still gusty, and look at this. Now we're really seeing that dry air begin to really overtake almost all of Northern California. So that's very dry air that's moving in here. That's that brown color. And then as we take you into Saturday night, into Sunday, the winds are still sticking around. We'll see a little bit of recovery out towards Modoc County. See that? We're kind of getting out of the very dry into the more saturated type of air. But even along the coast, you can see here very dry conditions here. Then as we go into Sunday afternoon, the winds are still a little gusty, but we should start to see those winds subside a little bit. And you'll notice we're not seeing as dark of the brown color, indicating that the humidity levels are at least increasing a little bit by Sunday afternoon, and especially as we go into early next week. Now, speaking of humidity and rain and all that good stuff, it's not going to be here probably until the end of next week. So sunny skies over the weekend, some clouds moving in early next week. And then by around Thursday, Friday of next week, we will see another chance for rain. But you'll notice, nothing terribly organized. But the main thing to really take from all of this is that we have more activity, it looks like developing over the Pacific that could have an impact on our weather by the end of next week. So no guarantees on the timing or even the intensity of any rain next week, but we're starting to see that indication that that's what we're looking at here. Now, we look at your wave heights for today, 6 to 7 feet. Looks pretty good if you need to be out on a boat. However, you'll notice those wave heights, they are increasing as we take you into Saturday afternoon. All right, so here's what it looks like today. I still got the hazy skies in there, but as we go through the afternoon, I think the sky conditions should improve. Be looking at more sunshine. But bottom line, there still is that prescribed burn at the north end of the valley, and we're also seeing that in Trinity County as well. Otherwise, temperatures mid-60s for those daytime highs in the valley, 50s for the higher elevations, although in Trinity County, inland, upper 50s and low 60s for those daytime highs. So looking at your 7-day outlook, what I've done now is, if you watch this morning's forecast, I didn't have any rain for Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and at least alert you of the fact that we could be looking at the potential for some rain as early as next Thursday, but it's just going to be the time frame closer to the end of next week. But for the Halloween and the trick-or-treaters on Tuesday, it'll be dry. just chilly by the time the kids are out there trick-or-treating. But notice the temperatures too. I want to show you for the valley. This is where we really can see it here. Temperatures over the weekend will start to increase. We're already in the low 70s by Sunday. We'll keep it that way at least through Wednesday of next week. And with that potential for rain on Thursday, we're also going to be looking at those cooler temperatures on Thursday as well. And looking at your 7-day outlook for the coast, you can see temperatures mainly in the low 60s. Of course, that chance for rain on Thursday of next week. And for the inland areas, also seeing that bump up in the temperatures, as well as Trinity County by Sunday and into early next week.